What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with the Expedition of the Damned, a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay campaign. This is fourth edition, of course. I'm, of course, your GM for the night, Jumbo Thick, and we have the full cast and crew of the expedition at hand. Let's do some brief introductions, because we have got a session ahead of us. Let's start off with Pierce Galactic.
What's going on, everybody? It's Pierce Galactic. Again, playing a Wolf from Kistler, your favorite handgunner. Just having a good old time. Got a new tattoo or something on my hand, and we're just hanging out right now. Just hanging around, seeing what's going to go down.
Indeed. Those visions won't get worse, I'm sure. Let's slide on down to Dan Decker.
Hello, everyone. The Dan Decker here. I played Nog Throat Leper as a 10.5-foot ogre. Then adopted these humans to himself, and I'm currently shackled, apparently, about the hands and feet. I feel like I'm probably in some sort of crouched position, forcibly, and I'm not very happy about it.
Well, speaking of not very happy about it, Nathan, the Nate.
Hey everybody, Nate here. I'll be playing Lucien Levesque, human duelist. He's currently, along with Henry and Wolfram, shackled about the hands, hanging over a pit. My normal rapier and handgun are nowhere to be found, and I believe I'm still unconscious.
Yes, you
have to wake up to my current situation.
Exactly. Let's slide on over to Do 209.
Yes, Henry Berthold, a knight, and I'm just curious to see how Luther gets us out of the situation that Wolfram put us in.
Damn.
Wait, I didn't understand what you just said there.
And last but not least, Jumbo Smooth.
Hello, everyone. I am Jumbo Smooth. I play Luther Steinhauer, pyromancer, attractive young 17-year-old. He just picked up the talent of Sixth Sense. Which gives him a strange feeling whenever he is threatened. A special power, perhaps, a special ability, a gift. Just something for everyone to be aware of. That Luther's got Sixth Sense now, so he can detect things. You're
gonna be detecting something, all right. So, let's move into last we left off. The crew had decided to pursue the missing, abducted Mistress Reyna Reichenbach, the Magister and Master of Luther. Ultimately confronting Oliver, the disgruntled apprentice, and acting on the gathered intelligence that he so willingly gave to you after, not so willingly. Which ultimately took all of you to a Lotus Den that Lucien was no stranger to, and then seemingly sold to foul rat men in said den, captured, and taken down below the Sheik into the depths of what you can only assume to be some Skaven warren. Currently, the party split, with Nog being kept in some kind of pit with chained rat ogres, and the crew dangling over a cavernous well with bones and offal below, hanging by their wrists from the ceiling, chained as if they were buckets dangling over the grisly offal. However, Luther was not only able to free himself of his shackles, but also, while he was being removed from his current situation and taken by some foul rat men elsewhere, he was able to slay a score of these captors in the process, casting his own dark magic and ultimately killing all of them. Currently, our Luther, our pyromancer, is hiding amidst the corpses and debris of the room that all of you find yourselves in, as the three-horned gray seer Thrilk entered the room with his storm vermin guard, looking for the missing red fur. So, we are going to pick up right there. Luther, go ahead and give me a stealth check. We'll see how this goes. $33. Is that a success, Luther?
One moment. It is a success.
It's a critical success
Under 45.
in that case. Yeah. Okay. You even with your fatigue condition?
Even with a fatigue condition,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right. Hey, it works out. Critical success from Luther.
So
Wow.
scary.
Needed it because the storm vermin are sniffing and moving around the area. Thrilk, the hunched over gray seer, you're kind of like spying out from beneath, kind of underneath one of the bodies. The foul, like thick, almost blackish blood coating your oh so glorious robes, Luther. The stench, apparently pungent enough to throw off the ratmen, as after a relatively thorough search, you even see at one point, you see several of one of the guard, you see 4 of these heavily armed Skaven, armed and armored, them all wielding like glaives, begin to like stab several of the rat bodies, and one, just as one of them is about to come stab the corpse you were beneath, Luther, Throk says, enough! Redfur can't have gone far. He weak man thing. We strong rat men. Yes. You tell rest. Be on lookout for Redfur. Do not allow him to reach my dark pile, my hoard. He cannot retrieve other Redfur. She is mine. She is the key. Let him find. They go kind of like, go, leave rest. And you watch him kind of hobble out on using his staff to help walk. You wait a few moments, Luther, quietly as possibly as you can. Heart may have stopped at one point, but it has begun beating once again. You casually begin to creep around the body of the dead ratman that has like a strange grin on its face as it died smiling. Thick black, like inky ash all over its mouth, downwards. A brazen hand almost like burned into its throat. And the floor is yours, Luther. Lucian, you will also come to wakefulness with Henry and Wolfram at this point.
Wolfram was already awake, wasn't he? He was just
Yes.
playing asleep. Or...
Yeah, no, Wolfram was actually he talked a couple times. Henry was the one that didn't say anything.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna run over and try to get the gents down.
Okay, they are 15 feet out over this pit. It's a 100-foot drop, Luther.
Is there like a swing mechanism that can?
There is not
an arm.
There is no swing. What you could find is what the ratmen used to bring you back. They had a man catcher. That's what they called it, at least. Rat catcher, many other things. It looks like just like a long stick, a long pole with almost like a fork, and it's got these spines and things on it that you can kind of like twist the grip and it clasps around. allowing you to grab something.
Then
And
I'll
it
grab
is currently lying there.
whoever is closest / awake, I guess.
Okay. How strong is Luther? I'm just just asking.
Average strength, I would assume.
Average? Okay, average strength.
30 strength.
The Skaven are not incredibly strong either. Just asking for no reason at all.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
You kind of like pick up the man catcher, kind of like pull it out of the cold dead fingers of one of these rat men. It is a grisly scene in this in this warren. I will tell you, in this room you're currently in. You peel it out of its hand, Luther. Which of your companions?
I kick him in the
take?
face. Bastard. And I'm going to whoever's closest / awake. So.
All of them are equal distance out.
Okay. I will go for Henry.
Okay. You go for Henry, the heaviest of them all.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I would think so. He's probably the beefiest dude here.
That's probably right. Maybe I go for Lucian. Maybe he's a little more lithe.
He's a little more lithe, Wolfram's the lithest, if we're being awesome.
Okay,
honest.
so then I'll go for Wolfram.
I'm a beanpole, bro.
He's the thinnest of you all by a long shot.
Right. I'll go for Wolfram then.
You go for Wolfram. Wolfram, you feel
Be careful with that, Luther.
the clasp. Feel it. Luther, have you even said anything?
Not yet. I've just been like, hey, my friends, it's me. I've escaped. I will save us. One moment. And
You push it into Wolfram's back and clasp it. This is. Do I want to be mean about this? I think I do.
oh no.
I think I do.
Yeah, we're still bound.
Oh, you are, but he has to drag him
Yeah.
towards you, basically, to try to get you guys loose. So, how about this, Luther? Yeah, and you're good at this. You've had a little bit of time in the room. Give me an intelligence check. You will get you will get a plus 10 to this roll.
Okay. Uh, 39 unders. Well, 50. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, under 50.
Okay. Looking at the mechanism, Luther, you see how the chains run through like a pulley and back towards the wall, where they are all somewhat tethered. You're not sure how. So essentially, you have two choices here. You can grab one of your companions, and as you begin to pull Wolfram back, he's kind of like your first guy. You grab him and you begin to pull him back, and you realize that the chain isn't going to give enough for you to pull him to the edge, at least enough to where you could unclasp him. Somehow you need to loosen the chain. You get the idea that the wall, what would I call this, kind of like panel where these chains are all drugged to, is where a similar some kind of strange, bizarre contraption is set up with several levers on it. And you get the idea that one of those has to be pulled at the same time that you grab a person and drag them back. Hence the reason why there were so many rats in the room.
Well, do I? Or that would break it. Sorry, Wolfram. It's seems to be some sort of lever I must pull simultaneously.
What are you doing?
Wolf, how should we say?
Look,
Um,
can't you get a
uh,
rope or something to put over it and pull at the same time?
um, yes, but I'm afraid I might have to let you go again. You might swing a
No,
little.
no, 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 no,
Um,
no, no.
and I well,
He
uh,
he swings back and forth for just a moment. The pulley above Wolfram begins to creak and groan quite a bit.
I'm gonna look for some leather or rope. I don't think I have any rope on me personally.
You've been, if you didn't have anything on your actual person, like not in a bag or anything, then it is not on you currently.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any rope in general. Like it wasn't part of my equipment.
Check the corpses.
I'm going to look at the corpses, see if I can
Okay.
find any kind of leather or ropes or something. Maybe another chain laying around, perhaps.
Okay. Let's see how lucky you are, Luther. What kind of skills do we have to use? This will be a little different. How about... you know what? Let's make this a survival test, actually.
Okay. All right. Ooh,
I get a feeling 100 is going to fail.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Okay. 4
out of
all right.
if it's no bonuses or anything, it's out of 40.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
I feel like that might be much.
That's pretty damn good. So Luther, looking over the dead Skaven, these rat men, they're mostly dressed in tattered clothing, makeshift armor, shoddy weapons, but they do have weapons nonetheless, mostly clubs. You see a couple you actually see a human dagger. One of them has like a bullwhip, kind of like tethered to its side. You kind of contemplate that, and then your more base foraging and kind of like scouting proficiencies that you have also graced the crew with over your adventures thus far. And you begin to look around, and you see near the panel where one of these dead rat men lies, there actually is a broken crate that he kind of like landed on. As you move over to it and you push him aside, there are coils of unused, not very well maintained chain, eerily similar to the chain that everyone is tied up with currently.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hook it on there.
Okay. This is gonna be some crazy shit. You're
Try
gonna hook it on there.
latch it around my arm,
Okay.
so I can
All right.
like lower it down as I pull Wolfram. I'm trying to reach out and grab Wolfram again.
Due to the shoddy craftsmanship of the Skaven, when you pull this lever, it is essentially going to let his chain loose from the ceiling. Yes, that's how, and this is how they removed Luther. But there were so many people on him, they just pulled him back. So Luther is by himself.
I'm
going
gonna
to uncoil Wolfram and then attempt to pull him at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull him over as far as I can.
That's fair. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
You can do it.
All right. This is going to be.
I drop you. I'm terribly sorry.
You better not drop me.
A combination test. So, we are of course going to have a strength test. That is going to be your first roll. The second roll is going to be a athletics test.
Okay. By me or by
make the athletics test first, Luther. This will actually be the back and forth, and the strength test may or may not have disadvantages if you don't do well.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh shit.
86.
I have to burn it.
That's not good.
Burn another one. Burn another
Oh,
one.
man. Burn another one. Why not, guys? 47?
Wait, out.
Athletics?
40. 45. So like a
Oh,
single.
man. Degree of failure, Luther.
Hey, I'll take it more than 86. You
Degree of
know.
failure, Luther. Okay. So this is you kind of transitioning between the two things. You grab Wolfram and you begin to pull him back. You get him as close to the edge as you can. His toes are just barely. He's scooching out. His toes barely touch the edge. He's like at like a whatever degree angle. He's at a severe angle. Still tethered to the ceiling. You get him there, and then you attempt to pull the lever with the chain wrapped around your arm. It gives, and now you get to make a strength check. You do have a -10 to the roll, Luther, because of your degree of failure.
I don't know if I can pass it, honestly. We'll see.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh, you can do it, bro.
I'm not a strong man. I got one roll left. Use it.
Go and re-roll it.
Use them all
D7?
on Wolfro when you have 2 people left.
Oh yeah, did you?
Ooh.
Come on, tell me.
Well, hopefully, that's gonna be a critical fail.
Critical
No!
fail.
Critical fail.
44. Critical fail, Wolfram.
I figured if I could
Why did
get
I have to be
Wolfram,
the
it'd
test
be
subject?
easier getting the rest. But
Okay. You grab Wolfram. I got you, Wolfram. And you hear as the chain cuts loose. Unfortunately, because of the critical failure, as it loosens, it almost binds for a moment. Wolfram slips. You still have him in the man catcher, but you watch as his pulley completely breaks loose from the ceiling, and he begins to go into free fall. Luther, you have an opportunity. You have a critical failure here, so this is for all the marbles. As you are being drug over the edge, holding Wolfram, you have an option here. You can either let go of the man catcher, and Wolfram is going to make a very desperate attempt to save himself before he hits the ground, or you can attempt to hold him in place at the cost of a critical injury to one of your arms.
Ooh, this adventure just started.
no, so many party problems we solve if I just let go. You know.
I mean, hey, the option is yours. He will get an opportunity to attempt to save himself. It will
Do I
be
get to remove a
difficult.
corruption point if I let him go?
No, you will gain a
What?
corruption point if you
This is pretty
purposely
dark
drop
deal,
him
you
to
know?
his death. No.
Don't do it, Luther. I've been on your side the entire time. I've always been there for you.
Luther would probably try to hold on.
Let
Wretch
me,
his arm.
let me go ahead and pull out the old critical injury table for you.
There goes your jack arm.
Not my good arm. My bad arm.
All right, roll me a D100, and we will subtract 40 from the roll.
Okay.
Jesus, so it's a 1. Yeah, see, not well. No, that's actually really bad. Yeah, that's really bad actually.
How's it worse?
Because it's a 1. The 1 is. Maybe I didn't
I think you're supposed to roll high and then you roll low.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly because the 1 is you drop whatever you're holding.
So I'm still going down.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll tell you what. Instead of that, I'll let
Why are
you pick.
modifying the roll in the first place?
-40 so that he doesn't rip his arm off.
Yeah.
So you're
That
trying to
was
make it?
why.
Are you trying to
I was trying to make
moderate
it.
or
I was trying to make it easier, so because like if you roll an 80, you could like literally like maul yourself. So I was attempting to make it an easier roll. I just didn't expect it to be so low. You know
Just
what?
to drop something. Yeah.
We'll just drop the -40 then. Make it a 6. That's still not good. It's still the same 1.
Give it the one above it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You could drop me and I can see if I can save myself. I'm a poor gambler, but I like to gamble.
We'll do so. Basically, you're going to get a sprain, Luther. It's very mild.
Okay.
You suffer the equivalent of a torn muscle, but it's just a sprain.
Okay.
And you can pick whichever arm it is.
All right. My left arm. My bad arm.
Your bad arm, left arm. That's the one you hold your staff with, though, Luther.
That's true.
I'll hold your staff for you, bro.
Don't touch
So-
my staff.
Luther, you jar your arm. You can feel the tendons tear and pull, and your arm almost dislocates as you're able to keep Wolfram dangling over the edge. Wolfram, you now.
I'm head down too, aren't I? Like he's got my feet. Like
he has
my
your
head
feet.
is down.
Yes. Wolfram, you get to make an athletics test, Wolfram, to attempt to pull
All right.
yourself up because Luther cannot
All right.
pull you up.
Let me see if I can do this. Praise. Well, I don't know who I'm going to praise anymore. So
It's true. It's true.
that's 3 levels of success.
Okay. 3 degrees of
Yeah.
success.
So, some gods are looking out for me.
Wolfram, nimbly, he's used to being in awkward situations. He's ended up in his fair few of bizarre tasks at hand. And even being manacled together, Wolfram is able to slip upwards, almost like a magician escaping from his binds. Is able to has the enough strength to lift up, grab a hold of the chain, and begins to shimmy up, grabbing hold of Luther's head as a final hold, and able to pull himself upwards as Wolfram and Luther are now both safe and sound.
Oh, good job, Luther. Thank you so much. Now you must get Henry and Lucian.
I will leave. Unfortunately, I don't think I can hold the rat catcher anymore. I will leave that to you. I will pull the lever.
Perhaps I should pull the lever. I am. This man. I mean, look at me.
understand that, Wolfram, but
I look like
my
a
arm,
scarecrow.
it's broken. Surely it's fractured in multiple places.
All right. Okay. I would like to go to that chest of rope
Mm-hmm.
and kind of get some together. And whoever I'm going to get next in line, but I think it was Lucian was next to me, or was it Henry?
I think it was Lucian.
Lucian. And I'm going to see if I'm going to try and toss him the rope so he can hold on to it in case I.
So it's
screw this all up.
chain. It is chain,
Oh.
but yeah, so you trying to like toss it towards
Right.
his head.
Yeah, I'm going to hit him in the face if I do that.
You might.
Well, I think that would be ballistic skills, but okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm getting some metagaming over here, so no, I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to try and get Lucian.
Okay. You reach the man catcher out, grasp it around Lucian, begin to pull him back.
Hold
You
tight.
get him to the edge. There's no penalty for this. Luther, you pull the lever. Okay.
Are you ready, Wolfram?
Let's do this.
And I pull the lever with my good hand.
Pulls the lever. Wolfram, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Jesus Christ. All right. I just want to see what my goal is. Okay. 24.
Once I pull it, I'm gonna rush over there and try to help.
Do
Okay.
I get any kind of benefit from that?
We'll see how you do the first time. Then we
right.
might get you maybe a second roll. We'll see.
All right. You know what? Again, the same God smiled upon me because that's a 1 level of success.
One level success, Wolfram.
Mm-hmm.
As you grab him and as the chain lets loose, you pull, and you pull with just enough force that you're able to get Lucien just out the edge, standing. He just right at that tipping point where you can go either way. As Luther rushes forward and grabs the end of the man catcher and gives it just a little bit of a tug, Lucian is free. I'm assuming Luther is magically removing everybody's manacles like he has shown that he can do. With Lucian free, Henry, the only one left dangling, you hear a noise coming from down the hall. Henry's still looking around. You hear the shuffling of many feet.
It says it wasn't here, but we check just in case, yes.
As it appears there's a patrol coming this way.
Do we have an estimate of how far away they are?
You'd have to look outside to see, Luther.
Oh, I picture we were like a big room and there's just like one tunnel kind of.
There's a single, it's a hole.
Yeah.
Outside the hole, there is a tunnel of some kind. You have not been out there. You have no idea what it looks like out there.
I say we try to get Henry down real quick.
Okay, we'll try to get Henry down real quick.
Okay.
Wolfram and I, with their man catcher.
He's trying to move as quickly as possible. Go ahead, one of you give me a strength check with a +10.
+10? Let's see.
Lucian?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be me.
It might barely be me. Oh my god. It's just straight strength chest?
Yes.
Damn it. I'm at a straight 24. I don't know if yours is any better than that.
I think this is the same.
It's the same?
With a +10 though, you should you're 34, correct?
Wait, you strength
fatigued,
24?
right?
Okay.
Yeah, the fatigue condition.
Oh, I would. Well, I don't have it, I guess. I don't know where my belongings are.
Nope. You have not looked for them.
I mean, I guess I'll try.
All right.
Oh, wait, if you're going to give a +10, and my strength is 24 and I'm not fatigued, my goal is 34 then, so I'm the one that should probably roll.
Well, do you want to re-roll that, Lucian?
I mean, I would.
Go ahead and re-roll that.
Oh,
That's a freaking success.
There you go.
That's a success.
There you go.
That's a success.
I
That's
clapped
a
Lucian on
23
the
out of
back.
24.
A 23 out of 24. Man, getting some good
Just
rolls,
enough.
guys. Good rolls. Just enough as you quickly, as Luther pulls the lever, Wolfram and Lucian grabbing hold of Henry, pulling him to the edge of this chasm. As soon as he gets to the edge, still manacled, the chain just continues to drop. Luther, are you rushing to attempt to remove his shackles?
yeah, I'm gonna rush over and touch
You rush
his
over. As you are rushing over,
shackles.
There, Red Fur!
as there are shouts from the edge of the tunnel, as spilling into the room are several foul rat men. There appear to be 6 of them. In a hodgepodge of barely any armor, scraps of clothing. They each have their strange weapons. 2 of them have like these makeshift spears as they rush in.
Kill, slay, rest, man, things, eat. Capture Red Fur.
And you are going to enter into initiative. Before we do so, I'm going to check in on Nog.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's the wrong initiative.
The Nog. You are currently in a pit of some kind, at least from what you can see. Manacled to a wall, both hands and feet. You attempted to flex and break free to no avail, unfortunately. Straining yourself to do so, you heard chatter above you, as well as a familiar scent of the same creature that took your eye. Nog, the other rat ogres down here have begun to kind of like calm down, none of them biting and snapping towards you. Obviously giving up the chance to you render your flesh. What would you like to do now?
Gosh, no one knows I'm here, right?
They do not.
That sucks too. Well, is there anything around me? Are the other rat ogres have left?
They're all going back to kind of like what would you call it? Almost like a nest area.
Gotcha.
Where there's just
I'm the only one
just...
shackled though.
No, they're also shackled. They're tethered to their own space.
So I guess I know it's a really hard check, but I'm gonna have to try and break free again. If no one knows I'm here, I gotta break out.
So, how are you going to attempt to do so, Nog?
So, how am I bound? I'm bound at the wrists and ankles, like together.
So you have one large manacle on each wrist, not tied together, and one on each leg, and all four are bolted to the cavernous wall behind you.
Oh, so I'm kind of like this.
Now you can move around. There's plenty of space to move around.
Oh, but it's chains.
But you're chained, yes.
Okay. I guess what I would do then is wind up. So which on the arm that I have I've already got the chains wound up, right? Because that's my thing, right? So I'm gonna wind that chain up to where it is in the wall, and just try to roll over and wrench the brick out of the wall.
Okay. You attempted. Go ahead and give me another strength check. I will give you a +10 to this, Nog.
All right. So strength. So that was anything under a 63 or a 73. Let's go, dice. That's a 99.
It's a critical failure, Nog. It's a critical failure.
It's probably not great. Yeah,
it's not
terrible. Probably ripped my arm off.
You do have a fortune point if you'd like to re-roll it.
Yeah. I think I would like to do that.
Okay.
I think that would probably be, up to fortune here. Maybe it'll favor the bold. 57 under a 73 would be a better.
So 67. One level of success. You pull, Nog. You pull and pull and pull. And there's just a little give, just a little. Not enough to fully break free, but you've begun. You feel it move, and as it slowly gives, you watch as several other of the creatures down in this hole with you turn and spin, and almost like lunge at you at the edge of their own tethers as they hear the noise. They appear to be held fast, similarly to yourself. But as you begin to pull and pull and pull, it's going to take quite some time, Nog. But it looks like you're making headway. And no one else appears to be the wiser. Here's some shouting from above.
I'm gonna
what are you gonna shout?
Shawshank this thing here.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna Shawshank this thing. Just chip away,
Yeah.
With my little hammer. Keep chipping away.
We will leave Nog there as he is slowly but surely wrenching himself free. And we will return to the rest of the party as they are attempting to fight their way through some clan rats. All right. All right, so everybody go ahead and roll your initiative. This is D10 plus your initiative modifier.
Luther, I rolled a 13.
Okay. 3. One moment. I'm almost done. Sorry. All right. 13 for Luther. All right. What did you get, Henry?
9.
9 for Henry. All right. Wolfram?
7.
7 for Wolfram. And last but not least, Lucien?
9.
9. I'm going to go ahead and put you ahead of Henry. Because I'm pretty sure you are quicker. Okay. Initiative is set. The stakes are clear. None of you have weapons. With the exception of Wolfram, I think had a dagger hidden on his person.
Yeah, I've got a small dagger.
There are things laying about the room. Hopefully we can get some stuff going. The room's been described to you before, so there are several implements that can be discovered. And first in initiative is Luther. Now, I will also remind you, Luther, currently Henry is still manacled. Everyone else is free of their chains except for Henry.
I will. Gosh.
What are you gonna do, Luther? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to try to. There's 6 of them.
There are 6. They're beginning to spill in to the room. Fanes bared. They see that none of you are holding weapons. It emboldens them slightly in their cowardly ways. They're beginning to spread out into the room. Yeah, right now they're all kind of in the clustered doorway. They're kind of all spilling into the room right now.
Am I still wearing my robes? I'm still wearing my robes, right?
Yes, you are still wearing your robes.
I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Blast.
Okay.
We'll see if it works.
Let's see what you got, Luther.
I'm nervous. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty good.
A 7.
That's gonna be. Let's go. Let me do some math. Going on in tow.
Could be a short combat.
I love it.
Jesus.
Okay. So that would be 2 plus would be okay. I'll cast Blast.
Okay.
I channel magic into a magic missile. And it damages targets within my willpower bonus in yards, which would be about 15 feet.
You guys are barely out of the blast radius here. I mean,
So,
barely. You're right on the fringe of blowing
I can
yourself
cast
up.
it my willpower 5 yards, but then it's
You go, cast it like right at the hole, basically. Yeah.
it will be. Let me see, 8. And since I'm overcasting,
Jesus.
I'm gonna-
Overcasting?
yeah, I've got extra success levels, so I'm going to add on 2 extra damage. So they'll
Okay.
all be 10 damage total.
10?
All of them.
Woo!
10 damage total.
Okay.
And they'll all be lit ablaze as well.
Yes.
Background.
Shit.
Um,
Does it account for armor?
It bypasses armor or fire.
Bypasses armor?
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Not toughness.
Yeah, but it bypasses because they still have some armor on.
Mhm.
It's not very good, but okay. Bypasses that. Dear Lord. Okay. Let me think. Jeez. Okay. That brings them all down to this. Let me reduce their hit points by a significant margin. As Luther just turns around and what does it look like, Luther?
It's going to be, I think this time it's going to be a baseball sized, and I'm just going to side chuck it. It just goes really fast and then makes a little bit of a popping sound. And an explosion,
As the explosion somewhat rocks the cavern you're in. There is a wave of intense heat and flame that gets right to the fringe of where Luther's arm is outstretched. Just enough that like the tip of it dances along his fingertips because you were right there. You only
caress
have
the flame a little bit.
Yeah, you only have like a 20-foot space to work with, and there's 4 of you kind of like cobbled in this area, so you guys are right at the fringe there.
The heat blast,
Indeed. Most of the corpses anywhere in that area are immediately just charred. I wouldn't say disintegrated, but still, that's a significant amount of heat and flame. The Skaven cry out as they are all lit on fire, and definitely unexpected this to go this way. And they begin to scream and roll around. That's it for Luther's turn. That brings me to Lucien. It is your turn.
I'm gonna move
yes.
closer to Henry, just so I could maybe in the future touch his hands. So that's it.
So I can see that there are weapons near.
You can see a few now. Luther did just blow up the vast majority of the weapons you were probably going to be using. Let's see here. Why don't you roll me a d4, Lucien?
It's a 2.
2. There are only 2 remaining weapons that are in the undestroyed area that are within somewhat reach, as you're going to have to like run over and grab one. One of them is a club. The other is a whip. It is almost like a bullwhip. Those are your choices.
Okay. And where are these weapons in relation to the rat men? Like what's
they're on some of the other dead rat men that were already killed previously.
So are the dead rat men like
Oh, they would be
3 yards away, and the rest
they
of the
would
rat men
be
are 5 yards away? Like
so these 2 bodies were were the 2 individuals that were pulling Luther So they're right there next to you guys. The rest of the corpses were further into the room that is currently on fire.
Okay, so they're nearby.
Yeah, so these two are like right by you.
Okay. I'm going to pick up the whip.
Okay. You reach down and grab the whip.
And is there any room, like, however this room is configured, for us for me to put even like more distance between me and the Ratman at the entrance? Or is there like no room to go?
You guys are up at the edge of the chasm behind
and
you.
That's the far end of the room, basically.
That's it.
Okay.
So there's about 20 feet. There's no outrunning what this could be. However, you can do as you like, Lucian. Do whatever you want. I will say that while I describe the room as burning, you're not going to risk burning yourself if you were to move in, if that's what you're worried about.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm gonna crack this whip.
Okay.
If I can in this turn.
So you find the whip. You grab it.
What's the range on this?
So let me find it. I think it's in the other book. I don't think it's in the normal manual. It might be though. Let me see. All right. Well, you know what? I don't think you'd have proficiency with this anyway. So this will be considered an improvised weapon. It does have It does have a long reach, though, as far as that's concerned. So you won't have to get into immediate engaged to use it. With it being improvised, though, it only has a +1 to the damage roll. So your strength bonus +1, essentially.
That's not good.
No, it's not. You could use your fist, which is just your strength bonus. So that's it. You know, it's up to you.
Would it be melee basic as the test?
This would be, yes, it would be melee basic.
Okay, we've never really talked about move speed. Like my movement is 4.
Yeah, so that would be the equivalent of, we're doing that as, we're just making that feet, so that's going to be 40 feet, essentially.
Okay, so we're not, okay. So I'm going to move up, however long, 10 feet to be within...
Yeah, exactly.
A 10-foot whip range of the rats.
You lash it out.
Give it a shot.
Give me an attack roll. One of them is going to try to dodge. They're all equally fucked up, though, so we'll see how this goes. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is 1 level of success.
Well, success, I have significant degrees of failure here, as he is burned.
Oh, get cracked. That's 4 damage.
4 damage, baby.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What area did you hit? I didn't see your roll.
This is 27.
27. 27 is the right arm. Which is... Nope, it doesn't have any armor there. So that works. Alright, 4 damage.
And then I'm gonna back up to my buddies.
Okay. You rush forward and slash at one of them as it slashes into one of them that's already they're on fire and attempting to put the flames out. That will bring me to Henry. Henry, you're still manacled. Yes. Which means you're still now. You can go anywhere and you can move anywhere. Your hands are bound together, and you will have a penalty for attacking or defending yourself.
Can I pick up this club?
Sure.
I'll pick up the club. I assume because the way my hands are manacled, I am now holding it similar to a baseball bat.
Yes, you are. Yeah, close together.
I will move up next to Lucian, and I will wait to Teddy Ball game one of these clan rats.
Got it. I got it. Henry moves
I
up.
will hold.
Okay, that's going to bring me to the rat men, who are currently on fire. Let's see here. Let's see how bold they are. They don't have good. They don't have a very good fellowship roll there. Quick. So many rolls. Skills. Cool. Why are you cool? Damn it. What stat is cool associated with? Do you guys know off the top of your head real fast? Willpower? Okay. Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. Okay. Surprisingly. Alright. Two of the rat men immediately flee. Back out the hole. You to run out, burning outwards. They're going to attempt to put themselves out. Less. Fail. The other four stick with it. They are going to have to try to put themselves out, though. They're going to waste their turn. Pass. Fail. One of them still burning. Out of the four in the room, three of them put themselves out, still brandishing their weapons. They're kind of at the entrance of the room when they came in. One of them still burning. The leader of this ragtag band says,
Quick! Kill Red Fur! We tell he fought back!
And that's it. That's all that they say. It's gonna bring me to Wolfram. It is your turn, Wolfram.
All right. Knowing that it would not be where Luther burned everything, because it would have been a massive explosion, I would like to actually do a perception check to see if I can see our equipment in this room.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception test.
Okay. God damn it! I'm gonna be a 17 too.
It's a 97, unfortunately.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna burn a fortune point.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll it again.
I can't tell it's underneath my
46.
46. That's one level of success.
One level of success. Wolfram, trying to glance around for your belongings, or that of your parties. You glance quickly. The room is in disarray right now. You see as battle's about to take place. You don't see your personal belongings anywhere in the near vicinity. With a success, you do see, however, what looks to be what looks to be kind of like a net with hooks and barbs on it is somewhat nearby you, Wolfram. But there appears to be nothing else useful unless you're going to grab like a piece of wood as an improvised weapon, other than this net.
I don't know how to use a net, so I will draw my dagger and toe the line, I guess.
And Wolfram kind of like trying to psych himself up. The end of the round, Luther, if you would care to roll the fire damage for those that are burning. Roll high.
You got this.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes!
Yes.
Maybe 10 total.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and do that. So bypasses armor. The one that was still burning in the room, that was kind of like trying to gain its composure. You watch as it settles itself, and then suddenly the flames almost like unnaturally burst off of itself. It licks with flame so deeply that it cries and screams as flames pour out of its eye sockets, its nostrils, and it falls dead on the floor. A burning corpse, essentially. You hear the cries down the hall somewhere, where similar circumstances have taken place to those that were fleeing. It's 3-on-4 now. The tides have shifted. That will bring me then to the top of the round with Luther. It is your turn, Luther.
They haven't moved, have they? They're still.
They were still at the entrance. It looks like they are beginning to panic, though, as their numbers have dwindled significantly.
Okay. I would like to cast.
What are you going to cast, Luther? What are you going to cast?
I'm going to cast Blast again.
Again?
Let's see.
Okay.
Is the burning body still there, you know?
Yes, it is still there. It is still there.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
You do also have a point of momentum because you blew someone up.
Mm-hmm. So that would be 6 levels success. So,
oh my God,
I will. They will take 10 damage again.
As the Ratmen died previously, the other 3, trying to gain their composure, watch their friend burn quickly, ignite like a radiant flame. They look at him and they look like they're on the verge of crumbling, their resolve giving way. As they look towards the red fur, he prepares another fireball in his hand, and they as he chucks the flaming orb. As it detonates once again, a wave of heat and flame radiates through the room, and there are no longer any enemies standing, as they have all become charred or burning corpses. That's the end of combat, as you have slain the Skaven patrol quite easily, I might add.
I would like to touch myself.
Dead.
With my fire hands, that is, to heal myself.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I would also like to attempt a round of heal tests.
I will say, Luther, you're going to need to free Henry.
Sure, I'll free Henry.
Yep. Reaches out, he grabs the manacles, Henry. As he does, they almost like melt. They almost kind of like melt around your hands as the locking mechanism on the inside melts outwards, and they fall off.
Give me 1 second, gents. I need to heal myself.
I too must tend to my wounds.
I heal for 8.
Jeez, you are,
dear Lord,
smoking tonight.
Burns himself.
Yes, I'm feeling it, my friends. Does anyone else want to pick me up? And I rub my hands together like red hot, you know.
Yeah, it's red hot glowing hands.
Please, allow me.
I guess I'll wait until. I'll take some of that.
You want some of that?
Yeah.
You don't want it,
Talking about.
Lucian. You don't want it, Lucian.
Oh yeah. We're cooking.
Oh,
Cooking.
Jesus.
I need to decide before we. He will have to make a roll, but
Mm-hmm.
you'll take 5 healing. I need you to.
Cool test?
Yes. Let's see. If he has any bleed conditions, they're gone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, a cool test. Yeah.
Would make a cool test, Lucian.
So that's bad.
Yep.
That's a
Oh
fail.
no.
Oh,
Oh
it's
no.
bad.
You might want to re-roll.
No.
Nah,
If we got
I'm
one.
gonna scream.
Well, so how many?
Oh, if
how
it's
many,
more than a certain amount,
how many failures is it?
that's 6 degrees of failure.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to re-roll.
Okay.
Let's not get 6. Let's not, you know, let's not get 6.
That's a straight fail.
That's much better. Okay, that's much better. You will scream in agony,
Yes.
but you won't be permanently scarred and knocked out.
Yeah,
That's
become
good.
unconscious as Luther reaches out, grabs a hold of some of your injuries. He kind of like just puts his hand on you as Lucian screams out, his bellowing human cries echoing down the rat warrens.
Hey, I'm already under the assumption that
2
the
blasts,
explosions, the rat
screams.
screaming,
Mhm.
that it's maybe it's. So, anyone else want Luther's touch?
No.
Luther's hot right now. He's.
I'm cool, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to heal on myself and whoever else would like to get some healing.
I wouldn't mind a touch up myself.
Oh my god. You already touched yourself.
It's Luther's hot hands, baby.
If you allow me to
know?
touch myself again, I'll touch myself
No!
again.
No, you can only touch
I
yourself
failed on
once.
myself.
You're gonna get
Gather around.
demonetized if all this is touching themselves here.
Everyone gather around for the healing.
I'll give it some.
It's a circle healing.
Yes, circle hill.
That's what it seems like.
I'm still minus 10 on everything.
Yeah, from your fatigue condition, yes.
It's freaking
Wolfram,
sucks.
let me touch you.
I'm gonna scamper away again.
That would have been a success, but it's a fail.
It's
try.
not so much that, it's more the fact that you don't have your materials at hand. You're kind of like using a makeshift almost like a triage kind of like setup that you have in this one room that you've been in. Luckily, from all of the burning debris, there's plenty of light. Otherwise, you would be in complete darkness.
Get anything back
Henry?
on failed heals, or is it
No, it's nothing.
all or nothing?
I'll try Henry next. Another fail. And I'll try Wolfram.
Wolfram's actually good.
Oh, well, that's the only one I
Yeah.
succeeded on.
Yeah.
Wait, how are you good?
Because
He-
it's Skaven like him.
Yeah, he didn't get hurt like the rest
Yeah.
of you.
Henry,
You can get- Oh, that's right, because
Yeah, Wolfram and Nog, instead of succumbing to poison, willfully indulged in the hallucinogenic compounds that rendered
I
them
faded out.
unconscious.
so you weren't actually poisoned.
No, they weren't actually poisoned like the rest of you.
Oh, okay. I thought that was poison too. Never mind.
Henry?
No,
I'm
I'm
here for
totally
you if
looking
you
for
need me.
Toad, man.
Before to get away out of here,
Very well.
I hope one of you can see.
Well, allow me, and I take some just light my hand. But there's some burning rat bodies around here.
There are.
Do we see like a place for our equipment?
In this room, you do not.
Okay. It looks like there's only one way, my friends.
Is there only one way, or was there a second tunnel?
There's only one way out of this room.
Okay.
assume we were trying
gonna
to
make
find
that way
Joe.
unless anyone wants me to heal him.
You walk out into the tunnel. You kind
Damn it!
of begin to move out. Who's leading?
I was good healer.
Assume
I
it's Luther.
guess. Yeah, I guess I will
I'll-
leave since I have the light.
Yeah,
I'll get near the front just because I have, I think, the best perception. But
Luther
I don't wanna
feeling.
be-
Yeah, Luther and Wolfram kind of like slightly behind him, feeling emboldened out of his previous death and carnage he just wrought. He steps out with his flaming hand.
Oh, I'm
looking
juicing
out.
right now.
You kind of look out and look around. You are definitely deep underground somewhere. The stench of the rat burrow is intoxicating. It is so thick. The musk is real. It is horrible, and even the flames cannot waft away the sickening smell of burning rat. As you come out of this section, you notice that you are in a not what would I call this? A junction that goes several different directions. There is a tunnel that looks like it moves upwards. Like you can see the base of it. It looks like it moves upwards, straight ahead of you. There is a tunnel to your right that looks like it moves downwards. There is a tunnel that just goes left and a single tunnel that goes right. So there are 4 tunnels. Up, down, left, or right.
Which way, Luther?
I heard them mention my mistress is down in a hold or a treasure room of some sort, a hoard. I don't know where Nog is. I would assume the more precious things would be deeper in their warren. Perhaps we go deeper, unless I see anything that would, or hear anything that would cue me into maybe Nog's location. Would be the
So
only thing.
let's have a single person make a perception test. You can
Not gonna be
choose.
me. I'm not good at it.
Wolfram?
I think Wolfram's
All right.
probably our best at it.
All right. Yeah, I'm hoping we find a passage that doesn't smell so foul.
I don't know if that's our goal.
Oh,
Yes.
It's I got one more fortune point.
Hey, there we go. You don't want the
Yeah,
critical
we're gonna
fail?
get it, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it was close to almost a critical pass, but
Yeah, that's close.
but it wasn't. So. Oh Jesus Christ! Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
All
It's
right, so
99
it's 66
instead.
and then it's 99.
It's a critical
Well,
fail no matter
numbers.
what, Wolfram. Critical fail.
The worst critical fail.
You.
My luck is up.
You begin to look around, trying to gauge your other senses other than your sight, because your sight is somewhat limited in this space. It's so pungent. The aroma is so thick. It's hard to tell which route is going to be a safer route. It's hard to tell where anything is. This place is a rat's warren. It's a maze of tunnels. Easy to get lost in. You do hear all of you hear strange roars that echo, but it's hard. You can't tell which tunnel they're coming out of. In addition, you do hear the movement of many rats, as it appears that the warren is on high alert, looking for some escaped prisoners. Pick a tunnel.
Going down.
Going down. Go to move towards the tunnel that is going downwards. As you do so, find my deeper. Okay. as you do so, through the twists and turns, it branches off at several points. Well, you guys did get a critical fail on your perception test. You spend some time wandering around, looking for the path downwards. I'm going to need a stealth check from everyone.
Oh boy. At -10, the goal is a 29.
Mm-hmm. I'm liking the number so far. Okay. Not bad.
Oh, too
The pass.
That did it.
I didn't, and I think I'm.
Is that going to be at Wolfram?
Yeah, that was a 92, and there's no more fortune points.
Yep.
I had
How
4
many of
degrees
you
of failure.
failed? 4 degrees of failure for Luther. Quite a few.
5.
5. Got it. How many degrees of success for Henry and Lucian?
The goal is a 29, so I believe that is
1.
2? 1?
Yeah, it's 1 technically. Lucian, how many for you?
I rolled a 38 out of 39.
Okay, so you basically have two successes, and you have, what was it? 7.
Eight
Yeah,
failures.
9 degrees of
9
failure.
failures.
Okay, got it. All right. As you begin to move downwards, trying to pick out the right tunnel to move, you begin to hear a cacophony of bellows and cries, inhuman. And before you know it, you're in a much more open, cavernous space. You've entered into a place that there appears to be almost like an underground river that is cascading from somewhere. But what you see below you is a maze of rope bridges haphazardly stretched across many different directions, leading to multiple sporadic tunnels, as well as large pits in the floor that go down deep somewhere. There are glowing, there are torches kind of set up at certain places around here, as well as these kind of like glowing green, almost like crystals that are dangling from ropes, wires, really, kind of around the cavern as well, giving off this dull green glow that help illuminate the space. Near the pits, you see quite a few Skaven, kind of like milling about. It looks like they're going to and fro. Most of them are dressed strangely. Many of them have those kind of like man catchers on their person. They're dressed in like thicker, like leather garments, strange sashes with little hooks, and most of them have whips on their person. They're kind of all down below. You see a large space to your left, almost like what would you call that? Almost like a small cavernous space that opened up in this area that has haphazardly a wall has been put together with a large enough opening for a large creature to pass in and out of. You see several rat men guarding the entrance to that area. You can't see what's in the pits. It's hard to tell what would be in the guarded section. However, to your right, with your many degrees of failure, you watch as a as a lone rat man is kind of like walking. He's dragging a large sack of what appears to be spoiled something, meat or of some sort. He's dragging it, and it looks like he's dragging it away from you. And then he stops. And he turns. And sees the four of you. And that's where we're going to take our first break.